Welcome to Education Today. I'm Kobe Toy of Katanning High School in the Armstrong School District. Over the last few years, we have highlighted a truly fantastic program that has been an integral part of the school district's core curriculum. Through the relentless and hard work of some of ASD's finest and help from community businesses, Armstrong School District has evolved into a physically fit group of students. Perhaps the biggest reason for this stems from a strong vision of healthy living and physical fitness as seen by ASD's own Devin Lorigan, ASD's Health and Wellness Coordinator. She has also been aided by the work of Healthy Armstrong, which stands for Healthy Eating and Active Lifestyles, together helping youth. Healthy Armstrong hosts a series of events that help keep Armstrong County safe and healthy, and many of those are held for the public, as well as different initiatives that take place in our school districts. And though the hard work of Healthy Armstrong and Mrs. Lorigan, many new and exciting things have been added to this district, such as rock climbing walls and mountain bikes. With us tonight, we have Mrs. Devin Lorigan of Armstrong School District and Trisha Bryce of Healthy Armstrong. Welcome to Education Today. Would you introduce yourselves and tell us your roles in the district?
Sure. My name is Devin Lorigan, and I am a health and phys ed teacher at West Hills Primary School, as well as the District Health and Wellness Coordinator.
My name is Trisha Bryce, and I am the project coordinator for Healthy Armstrong, a youth obesity prevention project that assists ASD within the community.
Could you tell us what the basic mission of Healthy Armstrong is and why it's become so crucial in our organization?
Sure. The mission of Healthy Armstrong is to keep the families of Armstrong County healthy through increased physical activity and improved nutrition. So throughout the years, we have really focused on the schools because they are the center of our communities.
What is could you speak about where Healthy Armstrong got its start and where you think it's going?
Yes. Healthy Armstrong started in 2005. Some local pediatricians, along with other key people within the community, have noticed that students and all children within the Armstrong County have really seen that the BMI numbers have increased. So basically there's more overweight and obese children and teens in Armstrong County than throughout the entire country. So they got together key people within the community and created what we now know as Healthy Armstrong. And they started their initiatives within the school district, making changes through improvements in nutrition through the cafeterias and also in the physical education department.
Of course, we want to highlight some of the things the schools are doing. So can you tell us what the schools are doing in regard to wellness?
Sure. Both secondary and elementary schools have taken a big initiative and change in their physical education program, as well as the cafeteria, as well as activities in the general education setting. So we have things, morning exercises going on at the elementary schools. At the secondary schools, they have morning walking programs that the students could engage in when they first get to school. Instead of kind of sitting in the lobby, they could walk around in the gymnasium or play different activities. Sometimes we have active recess at the elementary schools where we have more organized activities going on with the teachers and the staff with the students. So we just try to get as many minutes that the students are active during the school day as we can, because on a lot of occasions the students are going home and sitting. So we're just trying to get them their 60 minutes of activity while in the school day.
Would you like to talk about some of the events that are held throughout the year?
Sure. We have a lot of events combined, Healthy Armstrong as well as the district events. I'll let Trisha tell us about some of the Healthy Armstrong ones first.
Some of the community events we have, one coming up very quickly here, which may be before the show even airs, is this coming Saturday. We're having our annual hike and bike. It's an event just encouraging families to use the Armstrong Trail by either utilizing bicycles or just walking, and we have walking sticks and other things to encourage them to do so. We also have the Healthy Lifestyle Extravaganza, which I'll let Devin talk about a little bit more, but that they usually kick off the wellness programs at the school district with a big event, the Healthy Lifestyle Extravaganza. Also do other smaller events. More recently, we have just received another grant to do some healthy cooking classes for families at the library in Katanning. They have a kitchen there, and so focusing on nutrition, doing some cooking classes there.
Yeah, the Healthy Lifestyle Extravaganza is our kickoff to the wellness program. We just had it a few weeks ago at West Hills Primary School. We invite all students from the district to come. A lot of times just the elementary students and their parents come. The YMCA has instructors that come, and they run some different events with the kids. Like we had a yoga station, we had a body combat station, and I can't remember what the other one was, but the kids have a lot of fun. It exposes them to activities that maybe they're not used to doing. And then we have a lot of equipment that our elementary schools have recently received with the PEP grant also out, so they get to try new things that maybe the family as a whole would enjoy doing. Another event that we have coming up in November is PEP Night, and that is just an event where we focus on showing the parents and the students all of the new things that we received with the PEP grant.
Alrighty. In addition, a few years ago, Armstrong School District was one of just 3 districts that received a unique grant to implement some innovative ideas into our classrooms. Since its inception, how has this grant evolved and grown?
I think it's been really great. Our secondary PEP grant ended a year ago, and it brought so many new opportunities to the secondary schools and students. For example, they have the rock walls, mountain bikes, just different things that keeps our program up to date. Also technology things with the heart rate monitors. Some of them are run through iPads now at some of the secondary schools. So just some really, really neat things that keeps our PE program kind of top notch. Our elementary school PEP grant just ended a few weeks ago, about a month ago. And we received a whole bunch of things, and we had a lot of opportunities for teachers to get trained in just keeping things up to date, I guess to say.
There are 2 separate grants which were implemented. What is their status, and if they've run their course, what's next?
You know what? We really are continuing the things that we purchased with the PEP grant. I feel that it was pretty sustainable. Mm-hmm. We have a lot of sustainable equipment to keep the program alive, keep it moving forward. I think we're still continuing to look at grant opportunities to even bring more new things to the schools. I know that we've already written a grant to work with the Belmont to provide some other classes. So we're still really looking at every opportunity to keep the programs moving forward.
On the Healthy Armstrong side of things, that BMI data that I talked about that initiated Healthy Armstrong has shifted. So we have seen that students are actually coming into school at a higher BMI than they once did in 2005. It was about a quarter of students were coming in with an elevated BMI in 2005, and now we're closer to 1/3. So we are looking to shift and move our focus, sticking with the schools, but also working on a younger population. So we're looking for grant opportunities there.
How important is it to have support from legislative, corporate, and community leaders? And who are some of the other ones who have helped Healthy Armstrong become what it is?
It's definitely important. It's easy to make decisions and have things happen and really good action plans when the people who make the decisions are right at the table. The local hospital, Armstrong County Memorial Hospital, their medical director sits on our board. UPMC Health Plan, from the inception of Healthy Armstrong, has been a great supporter financially as well as ideas. The school district, the foundation, also the Armstrong County Memorial Hospital Foundation, the local pediatrics office, obviously, because of the population that we're working with, they provide much guidance and also sit on our board. As well as lots of different community organizations and businesses, the YMCA, the Trail, those are just some examples. And then some local businesses have gotten involved too. F&M Bank, which is now Next Tier Bank, they sit on our board just as another option of someone who can bring a new perspective of maybe the parents that are involved and how their interaction is important.
Yeah, it's really important also just for the fact of having grant opportunities. You need to have all of these people sitting at the table being involved in order to, be able to carry out grants or even qualify for grant opportunities. So I think it is very important. And it's also important that even upper legislation be on board with some of these ideas, because they're the ones putting the grants out for us to receive. So as long as they're thinking and along the same lines of this obesity problem is being an issue, I think that, you know, it helps us all.
All right, thanks. Thank you very much. We're going to take a short break, and we'll be right back with Education Today.
Success. We see it every day. Hundreds of majors and programs, bachelor's degrees to PhDs, small classes, internationally known faculty who are committed to your success. Real-world experiences to guide you on your career and life path. An alumni network 120,000 strong. I'm IUP President Mike Driscoll. Visit us. Find your success at Indiana University of Pennsylvania.
I'm Indiana County Sheriff Bob Fyhock. We are all proud of Indiana County, but we must be worried about the negative growth of drugs and alcohol abuse. It is the responsibility of all of us, parents, teachers, and community leaders, to provide the best possible education to our youth in the prevention of drug and alcohol abuse. The law is a deterrent, but education is still our best protection. Help keep Indiana safe and drug-free. For more information on how to talk to your kids about drugs and alcohol, go to the abovetheinfluence.com, brought to you by the Armstrong, Indiana Drug-Free Communities Coalition.
We're back with Armstrong School District's Education Today. We're talking about Healthy Armstrong and physical fitness related grants with Devin Lorigan and Trisha Bryce. All right, I understand that there are a variety of different ways that you can be contacted to find out everything that you need to know. What are all the ways that you can be contacted?
I would first respond to you by saying our website, and it's very simple, www.healthyarmstrong.com. You can find out a lot of basic information. You can email myself through there, and I can help you contact anyone related really in the community to our organization. So that would definitely be one of the best. Obviously, Devin's available through the school district, so you would call the school district and talk with her.
Yeah, the website has so much information on it. There are things about the schools, so you could go on there and see what's happening wellness-wise with the schools, what they're doing. So it has so much information on there.
In addition to a healthy community, you need to have a healthy lifestyle. Now, what kind of changes are required for that, and what are some of the challenges that people come against when trying to make a healthy lifestyle?
Yeah, I think a healthy lifestyle, you know, it's activity plus nutritious eating. So you really have to, you know, pay attention to what the families are eating. If you're a parent, you know, or a caregiver, what you're feeding your family. If you're a child, you know, what are you putting into your body? And then with what you're putting in, what are you giving out? What kind of energy are you using up? Daily, you should be getting 60 minutes of activity per day. And, you know, we're seeing a lot of times that students are, you know, barely getting 20 minutes of activity. We have a lot of sedentary things that students are enjoying these days, more so than getting up and doing movement activities. So I think there's so many things that are keeping families, you know, first of all, you know, busy lifestyles. We have both working parents and so many ways that we're moving that I think a lot of times physical activity and healthy eating gets put on the back burner. So I think that's one of the drawbacks of continuing a healthy lifestyle or making it easy on families. I don't think it's easy. It's certainly not an easy thing, but I think it's the little things that you can do to help your family be more healthy. As far as, you know, 60 minutes a day, maybe that's too much, but if you can fit in 10 minutes here or 5 minutes there, healthy eating, you know, their fast food restaurants seem to be the easiest thing for a lot of families. There are a lot of unhealthy choices to choose from there, but there are a few that are healthier. So I think just the knowledge of knowing nutritiously what the best ideas are.
Absolutely. Devin's right. It's a real balancing act is what lifestyle change is about. So balancing your nutrition with your physical activity and knowing that you're getting the correct balance can be the biggest trick to it. For nutrition, you're against a lot of marketing and false ideas of what nutrition can be. You can go and find information on a million diets that are a million different things, but basic nutrition knowledge that we teach you in school and that the students learn is really the basis of what what everyone should be doing.
You guys were touching on it a little bit, but what can they do to succeed against these challenges to help the lifestyle become healthier?
Yeah, I think really just making time as a family to do some activities, even if it's just to walk a dog or to, go on a family walk, a bike ride, park a little further from Walmart when you're going to the store. Just little things in life to add a few extra steps to your daily routine is helpful. If you do have the time to add in, actual activities, get your kids involved in. The YMCA offers so many programs. We offer a lot of free events as Healthy Armstrong. Look for these events. Visit our website. Find things that are out there that you as a family could do together.
Absolutely. The other things that really come into play is setting goals for yourself. So families, unless you know what your goal is, it's really hard to meet it. So if you start out small with some of the things that Devin talked about, just parking further away, and then starting to build upon that, if you eat lots of, eat out 7 days a week at a restaurant, trying to cut back to 5. So making short, achievable goals for yourself is a great way to actually achieve a better lifestyle.
Now, child obesity is something that we've addressed in the past, and there are many regulations on this now. Can you speak to this?
I'm not super familiar with some of these regulations. I know that there are a ton of regulations that the food service has to follow. I'm sure a lot of which you have probably seen in the cafeteria. They change yearly. There's so many things that, as far as the food regulations that they have to follow. Maybe Trish can touch a little more on this.
Absolutely. In the schools, at Armstrong School District, we've made a lot of changes very gradually. Luann Fee is the food service director for Armstrong School District, and she could answer more specifically for us. But she has made adjustments along the way with Healthy Armstrong assistance since 2005. In recent years is when the regulations have changed over just the last few years. It hasn't seemed as drastic in the Armstrong School District because she has done it very gradually. So that has helped. But at one point in time, the school food service department was actually created nationally, the National School Lunch Program, based on military men going into service being malnourished. So it was always to make sure that we were getting enough nutrition, and now we are getting overnutrition. So they have, instead of just being, I have to make sure that students are getting this much food, there's also regulations as to what is too much. So those are the biggest things, but I don't think it's become as drastic for Armstrong School District because of the initiatives that we have started well in advance.
We actually talked to Ms. Fee, and she actually got into a lot more detail about that.
Mm-hmm.
Great.
And is there any evidence that we are getting healthier since all this began?
I think so. I think that we're not showing a decrease in our BMIs, but we're really not showing an increase in our BMIs. And at the elementary schools, we track what are called kid minutes, which is how many minutes the students are active outside of PE class during the week. And we have noticed a significant increase in these minutes as we have been tracking them. So I think, we're noticing that the kids are becoming more active. I think people are more aware. I notice even just driving along the road when I'm on my way home or downtown, so many more people out walking. I think a lot of people are really becoming aware of the need to have more physical activity and healthy changes in their lives.
In the big scheme of things, we're not really concerned that we haven't seen a BMI data shift. It is something that takes a very long period of time to make a true impact on and see a decrease. So we are not discouraged at all by not seeing anything at that point, but the data that we do have, the Kid Minute data, is very promising. Along with the PEP grant that they have, they also collected data in both the secondary and the primary schools, and there was some there's some great increase in physical fitness, as well as increase in fruit and vegetable consumption, and in general made some great remarks in way of what the PEP grants data collection has shown.
Devin, do you have any ideas on why physical activity seems to be harder to come by for today's children and families?
I think my answer to this question usually is generally the different change in society. I don't know that families always feel safe just letting their kids go outside and play. When we were younger, it was just a given. You got up, you went outside, you played all day, you came back in. And I think we have less and less areas that are safe for kids to play outside. And I think that makes it difficult. I also think the rise in technology has made it difficult for kids also, because they enjoy sitting and playing video games more so than maybe doing something active. So I think that is a great challenge, but I also think that technology has helped in some ways too, because there are apps now for fitness. There are, we've got the Wii and different types of interactive gaming. So I think we're moving along with those challenges and trying to help.
You mentioned this a little bit earlier, just parking like further away from
Yeah.
Walmart when you go in. But what are some more solutions for families who are looking to get more physical activity?
Yeah, I think really look for it. I think there are so many opportunities in our area, in the Armstrong County, things that are going on that maybe people aren't aware of. We have so many 5Ks, kids races, different walks and hikes on the trails. The YMCA provides so much, the libraries. There are so many different organizations that are providing opportunities that are free. Some cost a minimal amount, but I think you have to maybe spend some time looking to see what's out there. But even if you don't want to look for what's out there, just take advantage of the area that we live in. We have the trail, we have nice streets to walk on. I think just make small goals, as Trish had said earlier. Make small goals for yourself as a family, and take it little steps at a time to increase your physical activity.
Could you explain the partnership with the YMCA and how it's benefited the students in the community?
Absolutely. With the secondary schools PEP grant, we initiated that the secondary school students, 7th through 12th grade, could visit the YMCA right after school and participate in physical activity there for an hour or so after school. After the PEP grant ended, we no longer had any funds to fund that program, but the YMCA has graciously taken that on, and the students are still able to go down, use the fitness equipment if they're old enough and trained to do so, and also use the gym facilities and lots of opportunities. The Healthy Armstrong and the school district, I believe, are very gracious that they've continued this program, and give some kudos to the YMCA, the Richard G. Snyder YMCA in Katanning, for continuing to host the students after school as a great opportunity for them to do without a membership.
We'll be right back with Armstrong School District's Education Today.